Hi guys, I'm Shai Get got something coming up called Shai Get Into It. This show is gonna be about everything, like down to music, art, like singing, covers, everything. We talking about people, real life stuff, streets, stuff people ain't talking about, uncomfortable conversations, funny conversations, everything. I don't want to miss nothing that's important to me, and also what could be possibly important to you guys. Like, I don't know, what it is, but I'm gonna bring it up. It's gonna be surprises. It's gonna be special guests. It's gonna be all kind of stuff like that. Interviews with, just the regular people, like street people, because that's where love really be coming from. Like people around you, the community, your friends, people that you really like fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Like, excuse me for anybody who don't like all cussing, but like me, I'm just keeping it G. That's just how I am. And I love me, and I love talking, and I'm putting my face out there, and y'all gonna see a lot with this show. Like, and I'm gonna introduce my art. Like, I'm real talented with illustrations. Trying to get into anime right now. Trying to figure out if I can come up with a show. You know what I'm saying? I watched Bee and Puppy Cat. That was something that inspired me. It's a nice cartoon show. Like, it's adult like, but it's like it's so down to earth, and I kind of want to have something like that. Like, I want to put all my illustrations in and make a show out of it, because I think I can do it, and I think it's gonna be a great thing, because that's exciting to like have your own show, have your own characters, all kind of characters, all different type of names, what's playing who and who playing who, and I'm really excited about getting into that. But it's Shai, get into it. Let's go.
So many things in life I want. I done fucked around and jumped off the porch. Be rich, yeah, be rich. Fuck all that famous shit. I just wanna. There's so many things in life I want. I done fucked around and jumped off the porch. I'm a fine nigga handing the torch. I just wanna be rich. Just wanna be rich. Just wanna be rich. I fuck all that famous shit. I just wanna be rich. Be rich. There's so many things in life I want. I done fucked around and jumped off the porch. I'm a fine nigga handing the torch. I just wanna.
I want to talk about so many things. But first, I want to talk about who I am. I'm Shai. Um, I'm into my music right now. Bars and Scars, my mixtape. I'm working on it, putting man hours in. I'm not playing about it. It's some series that I'm doing. And I also want to talk about the changes that's been happening with me. And I'm proud about them. I've taken control of me, and I'm happy. And where I'm at right now, I'm so at peace, and it's just a beautiful thing. Like, so I'm embracing it, and I just want the world to see it too. Like, I want y'all to see what I've become. I love the woman I am, and I'm goofy, and I'm excited to let y'all see my life. I want y'all to be a part of it, because I'm here. I want somebody to feel good about, you know, life. You know what I'm saying? Because people can bring you down. People can make you feel like you just don't want to live. But life is so beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And all you gotta do is listen. You know what I'm saying? If you want to feel better, you just gotta want it. You know what I'm saying? That happened for you. And sometimes it happened through other people. And sometimes it happened through music and art. Just by looking at a picture, change your life. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what I want to bring to the world. So, what else was I gonna say? Hey y'all, I'm Shai. I'm gonna start this thing off with a little song, let y'all know how serious I am about my music. I'm gonna sing a little cover or whatever. By India Ari. I don't know if y'all know India Ari. I really like her. She's so fucking cool. Like, shout out to India Ari. I love you, girl. Like, you cool. But here you go. One shot to your heart without breaking your skin. No one has the power to hurt you like your friends. You held it inside, didn't tell no one else. You didn't even wanna admit it to yourself. And now your chest burns and your back aches of 15 years of holding the pain, and you only have yourself to blame if you continue to live this way. Get it together. That's my style. So, I just break that off real quick. I wanted to talk about favorite artists as in female R&B, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I was in the car the other day with a couple of my friends, and it was a CD player. Like everybody's CD player don't work in their car. Sometimes the CD stuck in there, so you don't really hear CDs no more. But this CD was stuck in this car, and it was a Fantasia CD, her first album. Listen, I knew every song on there, and it was so throwback, and it was like I didn't even care, you know what I'm saying, if it was a little scratchy. Any parts that I could hear in that CD, it was just busting, where like I was killing it. I was singing everything. I'm telling you, like Fantasia, she's most definitely one of my inspirations to music, and I was just happy. Like I was going through it though, but like in that moment, listening to that scratch CD, this old behind CD, I was so down to earth and happy, and I didn't care who was annoyed about me singing this old ass song. But like, you know what I'm saying? This is Fantasia. This is why I'm sitting right here on this camera, like really like introducing music, want to sing because of this one wonderful woman. And I'm just so crazy about her. Like I like her background. She come from a rough background, and I can concur to that. I can relate to it. You know what I'm saying? And it's something that makes me feel like I am a part of this world, because there's a woman out there who's been through those things, and she sung through it. You know what I'm saying? And singing is what expressed it. You know what I'm saying? And this blew my mind. They told her at American Idol, like, you know what I'm saying, at first she couldn't really sing. You know, she came back again and was like, yeah, I can. You know what I'm saying? Turned up, won American Idol. You know what I'm saying? She was one of them type of women that if you told her she couldn't do anything, she gonna be like, nah, I can do it. You know what I'm saying? Because she didn't give up, and she was going through so much at that time, trying to come up. That's why I know, like, life is so real, and trials and tribulations happen. It's just how you cope with them. That's the whole idea. It's a test. Like, how are you going to pass your test? You know what I'm saying? How are you going to cope through whatever you're going through? How are you going to get through it? How are you going to get the world to know that you're getting through it without it being, you know what I'm saying, without hurting anybody, without, you know what I'm saying, putting yourself in any situations? It's a beautiful thing. So it's like, Fantasia, shout out to you, girl, because you everything now. I'm telling you, to me anyway, like. So yeah, that CD, it was a trip, because I know so many people got CDs stuck in their cars and cannot listen to their CDs, like, and that was so crazy that it happened to be Fantasia, and I thought that was like really cool, like, so, that was one of my little stories. But I'm into doing a lot of covers. I'm gonna start doing a lot of covers. Like anybody who in the comments, or down here in in the comments, just let me know if you want me to sing something particular. I will. Like it's all about pleasing. You know what I'm saying? And what am I gonna do to please you? What am I gonna do to make you want to come back? You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting involved with everybody who gets involved with me. It's gonna be a big thing, and I just want you guys to be a part of it. I want to be a part of y'all, and I want y'all to be a part of me. So I'm excited, man. I'm real excited. I'm cheesing, because it's like this is my first, video, and I also want to talk about, even uncomfortable situations, and I have to bring this up because it's such a important, aspect in my life. Something that had to do with a lot of change in my life. It's abuse, like, you know what I'm saying, like. I'm a recovered victim of it, and I just want to let you know, like, I don't regret anything that ever had happened to me in that situation, because it made me, it built me to be this strong, like, steel wall right here. You know what I'm saying? And without going through something, I don't think I would be able to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Or tell you the outcome of it. It's a terrible thing, and women shouldn't go through it. but if you are going through it, just know that, if you are into the higher power, I believe in God. I'm a God-fearing one myself. He definitely ain't gonna put too much on you can't bear. So it's like you gonna get through it. You know what I'm saying? I have, and I wouldn't even believe that years ago, because I was, fear is what keeps you stuck in a box. Sometimes men will scare you. You know what I'm saying? To not leave and not want to, do what you want to do, because you trying to protect you. You trying to look after you. But fear is a serious weapon. It's even more dangerous than a gun to me, because like to stay in a situation that is hurting you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're scared of what somebody gonna do to you. It's more than bullying. It's more than it's more than that. It's mind control, mental. And women shouldn't go through it. We do, because we can't help. At the beginning, to know who we love. We can't help to find out who we're getting involved with. And at first, the guy I was involved with, he was sweet. You know what I'm saying? He was a friend. When I needed one, and I trusted that. I trusted that. He would be there for me, and he was. And when he was, I kind of like became vulnerable. Women have a real big tendency to be vulnerable to a man, because a man is what makes us women. You know what I'm saying? It makes us strong. It makes us feel like, this is how it's supposed to be, man and women, and being united together as one. It's a beautiful thing. And I'm not just talking relationships, I'm talking as friendships too. So that it's important to us women. We all try to act so hard, like, oh, I don't need no man, like all that. But in all reality, this is how life is supposed to be. Men need women, women need men. If it was supposed to be anything else, it would be something else. But it's not. It's just us and these two races, not two races, hundreds of races, but genres in this world, men, women. And that's how it's supposed to be. So, being in love is a beautiful thing. And it'll also teach you things like, what to look for. Like, especially like if you just dating somebody and then you move in, you'll start to realize you're starting to see stuff that you didn't see when y'all was just meeting up somewhere. Now y'all getting up, using the same bathroom, using, what I'm saying, same seat to brush your teeth in, and you start to notice little things. And the guy I was involved with, I didn't like what I was seeing. Like, and I was starting to get scared, because I'm like, you're showing me, like, why did the change happen? Because I didn't change. Like, I tried not to change, you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought that was the idea, just still be yourself, in love with somebody that you in love with. But also when drugs are involved, that has a lot to do with character change too. And when somebody's not willing to be honest about the change and they're denying everything, that's when the problems start happening. Now you're the problem, because you're trying to fix a problem that you're noticing, being observant about in a relationship. So, the first time it happened to me, I was like, how you be like, oh, ain't nothing gonna ever happen to me. I never. That's what type of woman I used to be like, oh, that'll never happen to me. Nah, that never. And then I'm like, the minute it happened, I was like, I can't even say that no more. Like, I can't even say it'll never happen to me, because it just happened to me. And and in that moment, I didn't even say anything, because I was so distraught. Like, it cut my voice off. The minute it happened, it was like, it don't even matter what I say. If I did say anything, would it help me get out of no. And then I knew it didn't, because fear kept me in a box and put me in there. And I was in there for 2 years. I was in that box for 2 years, until I realized, the last time it happened, I said, I can get out of this. I have the key to every door, to every problem that I have right now. And all I got to do is walk away. Say it's over, and mean that shit. Let it be conviction when you want to be done. Because when your body is tired, what does it do? It sleeps. You know what I'm saying? So when you really fed up, you gonna really show when you fed up. And 2 years is a long time to realize you fed up. But it's not a clock. It's not a clock on being fed up. Fed up ain't on the time clock. Or being tired ain't on the time clock. It's just you when your mind is made up. That's the most scariest thing in the world too. It's made up. But it's a helpful thing sometimes. I'm tired. And you got to really be like, you got to remember everything that you went through to help you remember that you're tired. And then you move on. Then you get out of it. And when I got out, when I was free, I said, now things are different. Now I have rules. Now I have things that I want, I don't want, and I know what I want, and I don't want to happen to me. Like, the relationship out there, I'm like, We ain't arguing. We ain't doing none of that. You gonna raise your hand at who? You know what I'm saying? If that had to come to that, then we don't need to be even talking. You know what I'm saying? If because you don't hurt nobody you love. If you love them, you hurting yourself. You hurting yourself. Even though I was hurting, I'm pretty sure he was banged up. But that's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to hurt when you hurt somebody. These are things that are naturally going to happen. And I didn't feel bad about him being hurt because I was hurt. But at the same time, I had to learn how to forgive. That was something that helped me heal, was forgiveness. You know, not being mad at him and want to be a bitter black woman and make another man pay for something that he didn't have nothing to do with. It was all about letting go, letting God, and forgiving, not only for him but for myself. And once I realized by letting go how much of a weight was lifted off of my chest, I said, well, damn, I want to get good at forgiveness. Even if it was just a little argument I had with somebody, or a disagreement, or a mishap, small things, that forgiveness of learning how to be forgiver really helped me get through a lot of stuff, because everything isn't worth it. Everything ain't worth reacting to, and everything is not worth putting your energy into, like. And that's why I'm getting into my music so hard, because I have a story. I have a testimony now, so it's like I have a MO to sing about something that happened to me, you know what I'm saying, or happening to a lot of women, you know what I'm saying. I just want to be a voice to that. We're strong black women. We're queens, and that's exactly how we supposed to be treated. And if any man is abusing you, go talk to somebody. Tell somebody what you're going through. I didn't tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? And that was the worst thing I think I ever done, was keeping it from myself and others. Like, I was trying to convince myself that it wasn't going on because I was so distraught. And I'm just like, man, I just feel like I just want to tell somebody. But one thing I didn't have to do was tell God, because He's seeing everything. So I didn't have to really talk to him. He knows that. And with him seeing that, he laid out a path for me to understand that he was listening. You know what I'm saying? And that was just a beautiful thing when I realized that God was on my side, because I'm glad that I'm not dead and I'm still here. He gave me an opportunity and a chance to live through that, and I'm happy that it happened, because, you know what I'm saying, I know good, but I also needed to know what bad was too, like to know to just only look at good, because I done been through bad. So now I don't think I'm gonna keep going through bad, because I know how much that hurt me. I know how much that put a dent in my life. And then when I finally had, told my mom, she was like, wow, because my mother never, experienced anything like that. So I didn't know anything about that. Like, my dad was an incredible guy. Like, and he died last year in January, but he was a wonderful man. And I didn't know a fucked up man, because my daddy never lied, what I'm saying. He wasn't always in my life, him and my mom wasn't together, but he was still my father, and he was still a good man. Like, when at his funeral, ain't nobody say nothing bad about him. Like, it was a beautiful thing. He was serious, he meant what he meant, and he was firm, and people respected that. And I respected that my dad had that respect from others, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, I didn't understand why I got into the situation I did, but like I said, in the beginning of the relationship, it just seemed like it was all puppies and puppies and dreams and rainbows and sugar. And then I was ignoring the signs, because I wanted to see my father in this man, because that's what he want. My daddy wanted that for me. He wanted me to see somebody like him and somebody else that could be with me for the rest of my life. That's what all fathers want for their daughters, good men, And if my dad did anything terrible, I wouldn't know about it, because why would he, you know what I'm saying? Why would I have to know something like that? He showed me a good man. He showed me and my sisters a good man, and that's all that matters. So, just find y'all somebody that y'all ain't arguing with. If y'all arguing, and it's constantly going on, life happens so quick. You won't even believe how one argument can turn into a trauma experience. So just try to look at the signs, and if you're not into that stuff, don't be into it. Like, who gives a fuck about if it's for an image? If you're trying to, be out there on Facebook with pictures thinking everything's perfect, Patty, you're going through stuff, that's doing it for people now. Like, now you have to realize you in this relationship just so you can show off. You know what I'm saying? That's stupid. Get out of that if you are really having problems, because women are dying behind stuff like this. And it's because of fear. They're letting fear keep them in a box. But don't be, ladies. Be free. Be free. That's what I want for all my black women. And I want y'all to be in love with wonderful black men. And no drama, man. Life is as hard as it is itself. So imagine going through that and life. Like, come on, like, you know what I mean? Like, do yourself a favor and make your life as smooth as you can, because it's your life. This is your life. You have control over your life. No one else does, you know. And you just embrace that and remember that. Stop forgetting that. You know what I mean? Because I did at a point, and I just don't want that for my black women. But y'all, that's this the show of Shai Get Into It. Tune in. Got some stuff coming in for y'all, but I'm out of here. Peace.